Okay, babe, have you recently had a fight with your friends or maybe a little bit of a misunderstanding? Big, small, it doesn't matter. This video is going to share with you the tips on how to, apologize and make up to your friends after you've had a fight and like how to go about that process, because so many teens do it wrong. Either they don't have any sense of humility or guilt or sense of like, oh, I need to restore this a little bit, or they go to the other side and they go way too extreme in their apologies and they're making a big deal about it. So I'm going to help you navigate that really tricky and fine balancing act of how do I, make up with my friends and apologize, and how do we just get on and resume our friendship the way it was. So babe, let's dive into these tips that I've got for you today. Okay, so when you have a fight with your friends, whether it's just a little tiff or a text that bugged you, or something bigger, it's so important to do this first tip, which is to talk to them in person. Okay, do you see this part that says in person? That's not a text. A phone call is the second best thing. But if you can talk to them in person, it will make all the difference, because how many times have we been there where we are trying to text a friend because that's our first go-to? I mean, I love texting people way more than I love calling them now. But our communication is lost, and then they have this written record of what you said and what they said, and you can really start to get yourself in trouble, especially if you don't follow these other tips. So let's not go there. I know it's going to be tempting, and I know that your friend might start the conversation that way, but if that's where it's going, you need to say hey, can I come over and talk to you about this? It's really important to me, and our friendship really matters to me. And if that's just something you cannot do, because I'm please, as your life coach, go talk to them in person. If that's not happening, and it's kind of happening and unfolding over text because they're just going for it, pick up your phone and call them. And they might not answer, but then just text back and say hey, really casual, really nice, just be hey, I want to clarify this with you. It'll take 2 seconds on the phone, or can I come over and see you? Because in person is always best. You can gauge somebody's emotions, you can gauge their body language. And so when you are needing to talk to your friends about a big fight or a little fight or a misunderstanding, do so in person. Okay, your second tip, apologize. Yes. Now, here's where this one gets tricky. I don't want you to apologize for things that aren't your fault. And that's one big thing that I teach on my channel, because I used to say sorry for everything, and I used to take on blame that wasn't mine. And some of my biggest man, I let myself down was when, I'd just be oh, it's fine, it's all my fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's no, you know what? This is typically two-sided. This is typically, they had a part and you had a part. So let's own up to our part. And let's be humble, let's be kind, let's be truthful, and let's be blunt about what, is going on that happened in this fight. And so thinking back about some of my fights with my friends, they kind of, sometimes they're black and white and sometimes they're a little ambiguous. And I found that with mine, it'd be oh, we're just having a falling out. And then I didn't like that you didn't invite me to this. And so it's coming and talking to your friend in person and saying, hey, I feel we've kind of had this falling out, and I don't know, we just haven't been on the same page. And then, that text that you sent me last week, really hurt my feelings. And then you went to this party without me. That really hurt my feelings. And I want to talk to you about it because you matter to me and I love our friendship. But I also want you to know that I'm really sorry that, I haven't been the best friend either. And I've been, and you outline what you've done. And now I don't want you to be I know that I'm a hard person to be friends. No, girl. We're not disparaging ourselves in any way, but we are owning up to hey, I know that I've been spending a lot of time with my boyfriend, or hey, I know I've been spending a lot of time with these other friends, and I would never want you to feel like you don't have a place in my heart or that this friendship isn't important to me. So we want to apologize for anything that is our fault, but we don't want to like overdo it. And I get some teens that will DM me and they'll send me screenshots of like what their conversation is with their friend, and they're just like groveling, and they're like, I know that you hate me, and I just know that like I'm not good enough to be your friend, but I like blah blah. And I'm like, no, okay, like no. Let's take a step back. Let's talk about this like adults, you know, and own up to our part. And maybe we did gossip, maybe we did do something that was really bad. We own up to it and we apologize sincerely. This third tip is so important, especially if you want to move on and have this friendship like increase and have this friendship be even stronger after this fight. And that is to make it right. Now, I totally understand that there are some situations that we can't fix. There's some things that, it's like, I did it, it's done, and I'm sorry. So sometimes all you can do to make it right is apologize. Sometimes there is some restitution that you can do. You can go and clarify some facts with some other friends and clear up this friend's name. You can give them back or buy them a new shirt in case you ruin their clothes, right? Like there are some times where you can do some restoration. Now, more often than not, how you make it right is you talk to them in person, you apologize, and you let them know genuinely how much this friendship means to you. Because a lot of our fights with our friends kind of just like happen. And then when you take a step back, you're like, I don't even know what we're fighting about, but we're fighting. So if that's kind of the case, all you can do is apologize and just like show up and be like, because I care, I'm here. And that's going to help you really gauge this next step, which is to give them space and time. Now, this one is really hard for some of my teens that I coach to like navigate, because I say that the space and time that you need to give your friend is equivalent to how bad your fight is. So if you're like, hey girlfriend, I didn't return your shirt on time and I know it totally made you mad, and like, I really apologize, I own up to that, here it is, I dry cleaned it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, like if your friend's cool with that and they're like, hey, thanks, yeah, I appreciate it, and I know that I got a little mad about it and it doesn't matter, whatever. Go get smoothies, go hang out, you're totally fine, right? But if it's something like your friend's still upset or there needs to be some time, and you've done all these other tips, you've apologized, you've tried to make it right, you've talked to them, you've shared with them your side, then at that point, we need to give them some space. We need to give them some time. And I would encourage you that this isn't like, I don't talk to you and we aren't friends during this time. This is just, hey, I get that it might not be okay for me to like call you to hang out tomorrow night. You know, I get that you might need some time to process this. And in that meantime, you are kind, you are friendly, you smile, you hang out. Not you hang out, you like always have that option open, if that makes sense. So it's kind of in your friend's court, especially if you're the one that's like, I made a big mistake and I didn't mean to, and I kind of started this fight. You just give your friend some time to process it. Because if we just bulldoze through those emotions and say, well, don't you forgive me? They could totally forgive you, but still be processing those emotions and still like getting over like, man, you really weren't like a great friend to me at this time. So let's just give them a little bit of time and space. And that looks different depending on every fight. If I see it, you can leave me a comment and maybe I can help you like gauge that. But that really is like dependent on you, your friend, and how they're taking it. Now, little like asterisks on that one. If your friend has asked like, hey, let's not talk to each other for a week. I know I never had that with my friends, but I get like people will like DM me on this and I'll coach people on this. And they're like, my friend said, let's talk in 2 weeks. Okay, let's talk in 2 weeks. Like, don't try to push that. Don't try to like, force that sooner than they want. Like, really be respectful if they're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go on vacation here, this weekend and let's talk again, let's hang out again when I get back. Sweet. Don't bombard them. Like, don't call them, don't text bomb them, just let them have that weekend. And then when they come back on Monday, be like, hey, how was your trip, right? Act and resume your normal friendship after you've given them some time to process it. Now, this tip is gonna help with all those questions that are in your head right now of like, but how do I know how long should I give them? And how do I know when we're really great? And how do I just like get this friendship rolling again and pretend our fight never happened? You are going to use the double invite push. Now, what is the double invite push? So the double invite push is a tool that I love to use with people that either we've had a falling out with, or maybe something kind of weird happened the last time we hung out. And so this helps you to instigate like, hey, I still want to hang out, I still want to be friends, without being overbearing. And here's how it works. So after you've given your friend a little bit of time, you invite them casually to hang out, to go get ice cream, to go to a party together, to just go do something that you normally would do together or is totally appropriate for your level of friendship. So we're not gonna do anything extravagant. We're just gonna say like, hey, do you wanna go catch lunch on like Tuesday or anytime this week? Like, I'm free, And so you put the ball in their court. Now, for the majority of your fights that are just little, and this is like your good friend, they're gonna say, yeah, like absolutely, let's go get lunch on this day, right? And while you get lunch, I would just encourage you, or whatever you do, I would just encourage you to like act normal, act like things are good, and just talk about all the wonderful things going on in your life, and talk about this, like the things that you would with this friend, and not to focus so much on your fight. Now, if it comes up, absolutely, let's talk about it, but let's use this as like we've given it time and space, we're gonna move on, So I want you to hang out and kind of pretend nothing happened. Now let's pretend that they don't accept that invite, or they deny it in some way. So there's a lot of ways this could go. They could just not respond. They could respond really warmly, but they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, this week just doesn't work for me. Or they could just say, yeah, no, I'm good right now, or I need more time and space. So those answers are going to help you gauge when you drop the next invite. So if they were like, so like wanting to, or at least they seemed that way, but they were like, this week I'm studying for my AP exam, let's go next week, right? That's when you have your cue and you say, okay, next week I'm going to do it again. And like text my friend and say, hey, do you want to go hang out and celebrate your AP test being done, right? And it's super open-ended so that they can pick like the time, and it's not truly like a, wow, you told me we could only hang out Tuesday and Tuesday doesn't work for me, right? And so you drop that second invite. Now, if they didn't respond, I'd wait even longer, but I would reach out again and just say, hey, I'm going to this party. Do you want me to come pick you up, or do you want to come with me? And if they were just like, hey, no, I need more space, give them that more space, but drop that second invite. So you have now invited them to two things. And if they've accepted the first, perfect, move on. You should be golden with your friendship. But that second invite's a really telltale. If they accept it, awesome. Go through the same steps of just hanging out and focusing on having a good time. If they don't, at that point, the ball is in their court. You've invited them to two things. You're being kind, you're being gracious. When you see them in the halls, you give them a hug, you like smile, or whatever's appropriate for your friendship, right? But at that point, you've reached out twice and it's their turn to reach out. Because sometimes, people just aren't at a maturity level to forgive and move on with a friendship. Sometimes they don't want to, and that's totally your choice and their choice. But I feel like when you do this double invite push, it's like, hey, I invited you twice and I'm showing my good intent to really move forward with this friendship. And at this point, it's in their court. And they could totally come back a couple of weeks later. They could totally text you later. But at that point, I would definitely save the invites and like the, hey, let's hang out, for them to invite you because you've done it twice. Okay, babe, I hope that these tips help you out, because fighting with friends sucks. It just makes your whole world turn upside down. And so I want you to know that these tips are really going to help you out. And I've got a video for you on like what to do when you're fighting with your best friend. So I hope you check out that video as well, because when you pair that video with this video, you've got every tool that you need to be successful in navigating these ups and downs in your friendships. I also want to invite you to check out my high school guide. This is on my website, abbywinslow.com, and it is like over 160 pages, and we break through what's a good friend, what to do about toxic friends, what to do in fights, way more than what I could do in just a video, and it's got worksheets for you to go through. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra help, check that out. Again, can't thank you enough for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, especially if you're a teen looking to master high school and create the future of your dreams. I can't talk. Looking to create the future of your dreams. So, babe, I will see you in my next video. Abby J out.